Hello everybody, my name is James, hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about McLaren and a new comment issued by McLaren Racing Chief Executive Zak Brown. If you enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Formula 1 content. Also make sure to follow me on X at James's Pit Lane, I'll leave a link in the description, but let's jump straight into the video. So let's start with Zak Brown, and as we know, McLaren are currently in a court case against IndyCar star Palou. I've spoken about this case in more detail in another video, which I'll leave a link to in the description, but basically, in 2022, both Chip Ganassi Racing and McLaren announced competing claims over Palou's services for the following IndyCar season, and after several months of negotiating, the parties reached an agreement that allowed Palou to remain at Chip Ganassi for 2023, while also serving as a test and development driver for McLaren's F1 team, and under the arrangement, he would have left Chip Ganassi to join McLaren's IndyCar operation in 2024. However, Palou eventually decided to remain at Chip Ganassi in 2024, claiming he'd lost faith in McLaren's ability to offer him a Formula 1 seat. Now, as we know, Daniel Ricciardo and Lando Norris were in the McLaren in 2022, but Daniel Ricciardo was struggling in that car, and he was replaced by Oscar Piastri for the 2023 season. And Planet F1 say that Palou claimed last week that Zak Brown had informed him that it was not his decision to sign Piastri as Daniel Ricciardo's replacement in late 2022, with then team principal Andreas Seidl behind the move. And Seidl spent almost 3 years as McLaren team's principal before leaving the team at the end of 2022 to join Sauber for a short stint ahead of Audi's entry into the sport. And Palou was also reported in court as saying, "Zak told me Piastri's performance would be evaluated against mine for 2024. Zak said that from his point of view, my chance of getting the F1 seat was not affected by Oscar. However, I knew everything had changed. From that point on, I started to be more willing to stay with CGR in the future." Now, in response, Zak Brown insisted that he never told Palou that he would be under consideration for 2023, stressing that the IndyCar star was only given some optionality to join F1. And speaking to Reuters ahead of the US Grand Prix, Zak Brown said, as quoted by Planet F1, "I'm not sure which allegation amused me more, the notion that I would not be the one making a key decision about our driver lineup, or the suggestion that I wasn't on board with signing the hugely talented Oscar Piastri. Both allegations are clearly ludicrous, and anyone who follows our sport will see straight through them." Now, Piastri has gone on to be a brilliant driver for McLaren. I mean, in his first ever season in 2023, he managed to pick up a sprint win, and then in 2024 he improved even more, picking up 2 race wins, and now in 2025 he's fighting for the World Championship and currently leads the driver's standings. But following the Singapore Grand Prix, 1978 F1 champion Mario Andretti has accused McLaren of favouring Lando Norris over Oscar Piastri. Now, McLaren have stressed that this season is all about fairness between their 2 drivers as they fight it out for the title. But in the Singapore Grand Prix, Norris went to overtake Piastri on the opening lap, but made contact with his teammate. Basically, Piastri left the door open a bit at turn 3, and Norris went for the gap with an aggressive move before making contact with both Verstappen and Piastri. Piastri wanted the position back. He complained over team radio, but McLaren opted not to intervene and let Norris keep the position. And Andretti told Gazzetta dello Sport, as quoted by Racing News 365, "Max Verstappen is very strong. I like Piastri for his grit, but it seems to me that at McLaren, for some reason I don't know why, they favour Lando Norris." Now, in my opinion, I think there have been several times this season where Piastri has not got the rub of the green on internal team calls. I mean, you look at the Hungarian Grand Prix, Piastri was ahead of Norris on the track, but Piastri went to a 2-stop while Norris went to a 1-stop, and Norris went on to win that Grand Prix. Then you go to the Italian Grand Prix, and Piastri was behind Norris on the circuit, but Piastri did pit first to cover Leclerc, but then when Norris pitted, he had a slow stop, and as a result, Piastri came out ahead of Norris, but Piastri was told to give the position back. However, I do think that McLaren are trying to keep this as fair as possible. It's just that some calls have not gone Piastri's way. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care. Bye.